Um, Today we're gonna talk about like a little conspiracy theory of mine, and what that conspiracy theory is that life is like a dream. Like when you go to sleep at night, you're dreaming, but like how I may like perceive things, it's like, what if it's like right now we're asleep, like give it simulation, what is it, Cairo freeze, Cairo sleep, whatever it's called. Like basically, a subconscious is the inhabitant of this body. Like, think of it like a parasite, maybe. A parasite takes over its prey, whatever. It needs the body, like, it makes the animal. The animals, no, usually it kills it and then takes over. Then it's like, so, like, what if, like, our brain, the organs inside, or maybe like our brain, because the brain is what gets the body thinking. What? That doesn't make sense. It's what gets the mind thinking. What if like the brain is a parasite latched into this body? You remove the brain, you die. Do you die without a brain? What would you be like without a brain? No, because I don't think that would work, because like it's your brain that kind of sends, like when your nervous system, they go like this, like sending the signals to your brain. I don't think it would work without. So let's say our brain is like a parasite, whatever. So like basically, like we're dreaming right now, like we're not alive basically. Well, we're alive, but like it's like we're sleeping, like our subconscious is an inhabitant of this body, and I'm running in circles, I know, so let me just get to the fucking point. But like, basically, I feel like on Earth right now, if I'm being, now I'll be for real, it's like we're being tested, because when we die, we don't know what happens next, but that doesn't mean just like do bad, because like doesn't mean there's nothing to come for you. But I just feel like on Earth, it's like our time here is like a test run. They give us, well, a life expectancy of right now, I think it's like 80 or something, maybe a bit more now. I don't really know. I think it, last time I seen it was like maybe 70 even. I think it was like different for men and women. But like, we're given all these years, these months, these weeks, these days. And I feel like what it is like we're put here to be tested to see like what will we do, what person will we become, like what, with all the time in the world, what will you do with it is what it is. And it's like a test, a test is to see whether you pass or fail, you move on to the next stage. And I feel like that might just be what life is like. We're here, we're being tested as we are on Earth, but right now it's like we're here, but when we die, it's like, of course everyone has different beliefs. Some people believe in reincarnation, some people, I don't really know the whole gist of it, some people heaven and hell. And I think that's kind of like the two biggest ones. Maybe there's a third one that I don't really remember right now. But it's like we're being tested here on this earth. Um, Whether we'd be contribute to the good or the bad. And if you think of like the game, like the Binding of Isaac, it's like a devil's deal. You get gifts from the devil, and well, you, when you die, you go be with the fucking devil, basically. But then there's the angel deal, and basically you get like the good cards, this card, this card, this card, and both have like their own two feet. But I feel like on Earth is just like, um, first of all, I feel like being a good person should come for free. Whether you choose to go bid with the devil, I guess so. But being a good person, like, I don't feel like that takes away. But I feel like the devil is associated with bad. So from bad comes bad, and with good comes good. The devil, you sell your soul to the devil, it's a soul contract. Well, your soul is no longer yours. You basically belong to the devil right now. But that's you basically, well, choosing your side is what it is. I feel like some people are atheists, Buddhists, Jewish, Christians, Muslims. There's many different religions at the end of the day. But I feel like as long as your faith is strong, as long as you continue to be a good person, even like, I feel like if you were like, you strayed away from the right path, because as of right now, it's like with all these religions, we don't really know which one is right. Everyone could say, Christians, they could say like, Jesus did this for me, Jesus did this for me, but then Muslims can also say, Allah did this for me, Allah did this for me. The same way, if you take Satanists, I think frig Baphomet, what did they, is it, I don't know how to say the name. Baf. I think some of you guys know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what it is. But they might say they did this for me, this is that for me, this is it for me. You know, everyone has like their own story, you know. But I feel like there's like links between all of these different religions, and I don't know if Satanism even classifies as a religion. I don't really know. That don't sound too right putting in that class. This is based off of like the limit, like the knowledge that I have. So correct me if I'm wrong. So be it. But I feel like one thing in common with these religions is, well, to be a good person, you know, it's to be a good person, it's to do good, it's to pray, worship God, you know, and not like stray away from his path. And even if you do, like forgiveness, you know, in Islam, I know that it's always like almost every chapter it says like God the most forgiving, you know, most merciful, most forgiving. And I know from some things that I heard about Christianity is like Jesus will forgive. You could always like come back to their path. And you know, same thing with Islam. It's like you could always, like, you may stray, but like as long as like even if you're going in this direction, if you curve back and you enter back into the right way, that's what matters. And it's about like, well, of course, I feel like in the end, what we do as humans, we have free will, but we also have a mind of our own. So when we do things, we know that it's wrong. And the same way with like a child misbehaving, like you might get like punished, like go in the corner, you know, you did that wrong. And I feel like that's the same thing after death. Is like, even if you go to heaven, I feel like you're still gonna have to like answer for the things that you did on earth. That's why I got used to like sitting here and speaking my truth, because I know that when I die, I'm gonna have to speak the truth. So might as well get used to doing it now, so later on I could do the same thing just like that on this earth. When I sit here and make these videos, when I talk to people, what you see is what you get. I'm a very truthful person. There's nothing to lie about. The truth gets you further than any lie. If I want to sit here and put on a persona and lie, I have to think about step after step. If I say this, then that has to mean this, and that has to mean this. If I tell the truth, it's just like that. There's nothing I have to back up. What you see is what you get. If I say this, that's what that is. I don't have to worry about linking this to this and this to this. What story I'm going to say next. It didn't have to be like that. That's why it's like, just be good people. And it's like, that's why they say like there's worldly pleasure, and that's like us on earth right now. And it's like, basically when we wake up from this dream, like, which is death, basically, like everything you've done on earth, like you will have to answer for it. So it's like, just tell the fucking truth. You know how many fucking people out there would just be sorry, I'm swearing, sorry. I just got frustrated because like what I'm about to say, like, it's very frustrating. That's why. But like there's so many people who just be lying. Like they be lying, and when they're lying, it's like the only person you're fooling is yourself. Like nobody is buying those lies that you're putting down. And that's why I got aggravated and started swearing, because I'm just like, why? Like, why do people get so accustomed to lying? Like the truth will take you further than any lie. If you don't mess with someone, just say that. You don't like that, just say that. If you did something where you knew it was so messed up on your part, just say it, because at least you have the chance of being forgiven. But if you sit there and you lie and lie and lie, then someone ends up hearing that this is what happened, it will be way worse for you. It will be way worse for you. So that's why it's like, once our time is up and, well, we have to answer up for everything we did, it's like, just tell the truth. That's why it's like, on this earth, the best thing you could do for yourself is be a good person. Live a life that just makes sense. Do things that you want to do. Be the person that you are meant to be. Don't live your life in the eyes of someone else. Because this is what, like, for what I believe, and I'll say based off of my stance, is like, when you die, when you're gonna go in front of God, it's God you're in front of. These people on earth who you want to please, you want to put on this facade, this persona to impress, these aren't the people when you die you're gonna be in front of. It's not, based off of my belief. So it's like, don't live for other people. Don't just be another sheep in that pen. Live your life for you. Why do you think we all look different? Why do you think our brains are wired differently? Because we weren't meant to be like everyone else. We all have our own purpose and significance on this earth. Of course, we have classes of things we want to do, you know, doctors and stuff like that. You know, it falls into one profession. Nurses, paramedics, that's one class. Singers, rappers, Like even poems, because if you really think about it, like poems, what do you call them? Poets? Sorry, poets. Like they're just singers, except like because singers, it's like their poems just like brought to life. Basically, like it's a story being told, with rhymes and words like that. It's a class of its own. That's fine, but as long as you're standing as your own person, that's what matters. Don't live for other people. What the freak? Who are these people you want to impress? What is so amazing about these people where you feel like you have to live their life for them? Hmm? That's why it's like, as we are right now on this earth, it's like, be the person that you were meant to be. Be who you want to be. It's your life. You were given your life. And with that life, do it in a way where you're satisfied. Do it in a way where in the end you're not looking back like, I wish I would have done this and I wish I would have done that. Do it now because you can. Okay? That's all I have to say for today. I know I was like kind of like had like a brain fog in the beginning, but what I'm saying is how I feel, and that's my message for today. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.